there, Cindy. Are you there? I heard the big news. So you're finally going to be getting married after all of this time, huh? Well, congrats to you.
Oh, hello there, Hillary. Thank you so much for the kind message.
So it really is true? I actually heard the big news from your brother Steve. He was the one who told me that you were finally getting hitched. And I have to say that I am still in shock. In fact, even he sounded quite shocked to be saying those words.
Yeah, well, that brother of mine always did underestimate me. Of course, I was going to be getting married eventually.
To be honest, I didn't even know that you really wanted to get married.
Of course I wanted to get married. I was just waiting for the right person to come along and propose to me. And now the right person has, and I really think that we're going to have a wonderful future together.
Oh, I see. But you know, even though you wanted to get married, don't you think that you're just a little old to be doing that at this point? I don't know. To be perfectly honest with you, I think it's a bit sad for you to be doing this now.
Sad? What do you mean by that? How is any of this sad?
Well, I mean, aren't you like just about 30 years old now?
If you really want to know, I'm actually 32 this year, thank you very much.
Hold on a second, you're really 32 years old? Are you serious right now? And you're just now going to be getting married? Now hold the phone right there! I mean, really, come on, be serious! You're far too old to be getting married at this point. I hope that you realize this.
Oh, do you really think that I'm too old to be getting married at 32?
Of course you're way too old for any of this. I mean, you're practically a grandma at that age, don't you think? I can't believe that you waited this long to get married. That is really just such a trip.
Are you sure about that? I feel like this is a pretty common age for people to be getting married, to be honest. I mean, I know there are people that get married younger as well, but I don't think this is all that strange. I really think that you might be making a bigger deal of this than it really is, Hillary.
Well, if your friends are all getting married in their 30s, that frankly says more about them than anything else. Because the fact of the matter is that at that age, you're all dried up like some fruit that nobody wants anymore. But I guess maybe that's why old ladies like you all attract each other as friends anyways.
I'm sorry, but that's really rude to say to someone. I mean, do you really mean that?
Of course I mean that. I wouldn't say things that I didn't mean. Think about it. You're just now getting married at this age, but Steve and I have already 5 kids. After all, we did get married when I was 20. But you're 32 now, and you have practically nothing to show for it at all.
Look, Hillary, what happens between you and my brother is your business, but a lot of people I know say that the two of you got married far too soon. I mean, neither of you had even finished college when you two got married, and then you actually had to drop out of school because you got pregnant, don't you remember?
Well, I don't really see why I would even need a college degree if I was going to be a mother anyways, you know. So rather than go through school and get some useless degree, I thought it would be a much better use of my time to settle down and start a family.
I see. Well, that is, of course, your choice to make, and you certainly seem happy with the decision, I guess.
But anyways, back to the main topic. You getting married at the ripe old age of 32, that is! Honestly, I can't believe that my own sister-in-law is this much of a loser compared to me. It really is kind of pathetic when you think about it.
And just what do you mean by that? Why do you have to say these things?
Oh, come on, just think about the kids. I mean, are you even going to be able to have any kids at your age? You waited all this time to get married, and now you're barely going to be able to get anything out of it.
I really don't think of my situation as pathetic at all, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, I guess if you're happy with everything, then who am I to say anything besides congrats to your long-awaited wedding? And I really, truly, honestly hope that you and your husband can spend the rest of your days happily married just like your brother and I are. Good luck making a family between the two of you.
Hey there, sis. How's it going? I can't believe that your wedding is going to be happening next month. Mom and Dad told me when the date was. It's really coming up.
Yes, the wedding certainly is coming up, Steve. But you know, we're not going to be any fancy party or anything like that. We're just going to have a simple ceremony, so that's why we were able to plan everything so soon.
Oh man, I bet planning a wedding when you're already so old must be really, really tough, right? It's no wonder you won't be able to have a party when you're already practically in a retirement home.
Excuse me? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, I guess it just means that everyone is different and has their own way of doing things. But you know, if you're gonna be having your wedding next month, I'm pretty surprised that you haven't said a word about it to Hillary and I.
Sorry, just what exactly do you mean by that?
I mean that I'm your brother, and you haven't even asked if I wanted to show up to your wedding. Don't you want to ask for a gift from us or something?
Oh, I see. Look, don't get me wrong, but I really don't think there's anything that we need from you.
What the heck are you talking about? You're not even going to ask me to participate in the wedding? Or what about asking one of our daughters to be a flower girl or something like that? What's the matter with ya?
Sorry, I don't quite understand what you mean by that.
Are you telling me that you really don't even know what a flower girl is? You waited all this time to have a wedding and you don't even know the first thing about hosting one. I can't believe that you're so ignorant on such a basic topic. This really is just too much. Do you know that?
Hey, why are you being so rude to me right now? Of course I know what a flower girl is. Do you really think that I don't understand something as basic as that?
Well, if you know about what a flower girl is, then how come you haven't come to ask Hillary or I to let one of our girls play that role for your wedding?
And just why would I go and ask you to for something like that?
Because they're our daughters, so of course you'd come and ask us first. That only makes sense. But anyways, if you want our daughters to have a role in your wedding, it's gonna cost you $2,000. I'll let you have your pick of which daughter you want. We got the cute little 3-year-old, the super smiley 4-year-old, and the most responsible 5-year-old.
Now, hold on just 1 second. Here I thought you were talking about one thing, but you're going to charge me money for your daughters to have a role in our wedding?
Well, of course I am. I mean, you think I'm just gonna rent out my kids to their aunt for free? Why would I do that when I can make a quick buck on the side? It just makes sense, doesn't it?
I really don't know what to say to any of this right now.
And by the way, you'll have to go and rent them some nice clothes to wear for when they do show up on your big day. And if you do all that, I'll even give you permission to take their pictures. So what do you say? It's a pretty sweet deal when you think about it.
I am so thankful that you would come to me with such a generous offer, Steve. But I really don't think that we're going to be needing your daughter's services at all. But again, I really, really appreciate the thought.
Hold on a second. Are you serious? You're really not going to hire any of my daughters for your wedding at all?
Yeah, that's right. I think that we'll be fine without them. Besides, $2,000 is way too much money for that.
So you're just saying that you're not gonna have flower girls at your wedding at all then? All right, fine. Maybe I can throw in a deal and give you all 3 of them at that price. But I just realized the youngest one can get a bit shy in front of crowds. I guess I'll have to go and ask them about this, really.
No, that really is okay. You don't have to go and do that at all.
Okay, well, what if I rent out my son to you? I could even throw in a discount and let you use him for $1,500. How does that sound?
I really don't think that you're listening to what I'm trying to tell you right now. I am trying to say that I don't want or need any of what you're offering me. I don't need flower girls or ring boys or any of those sorts of things at all, and I certainly don't plan on going to ask you for them, even if I did.
I don't believe this. This is just outrageous. Don't you know that it's tradition to ask someone from your family to play these kinds of roles? Are you really telling me that you're not going to try and include any of my kids at all?
This is what I've been saying to you this whole time.
What a waste of my time. And here I thought I was offering you a sweet deal on those kiddos. But I guess you've always been pretty lame like that, sis.
I mean, I never even wanted this to begin with. You were the one who came to me about this.
Whatever, that's fine. If you're not gonna rent the flower girl from me, then the least you can do is pay for my gas to make it out to your wedding. But don't expect me to stay for the whole thing. I have better things to do than that. In fact, I don't just want gas money. I want you to rent a limo for me and my whole family to go to your wedding in. I know a lot of people are probably taking their own cars or cabs or whatever, but that's simply not gonna do for my family.
Steve, I really don't know where you're getting these ideas from, but that is simply not going to happen.
Oh, come on, you can't be serious about this. How else are we even supposed to get there? You really expect us all to take a taxi? We'll end up taking at least 2. So if that's what you're gonna make us do, then I think you'll owe us at least $1,000.
You need $1,000 to take 2 taxis to my wedding?
You know what? I'm not even sure that I want to be at your wedding anyways, now that I think about it. Maybe I'll just tell Hillary that there's really no need for us to be there at all. I mean, who would even want to go to the wedding of some old hag anyways?
Hey there, Cindy. How's it going? I'm so sorry to be bothering you so early in the morning, but do you have some time to talk right now?
I guess so. Is something the matter? I'm actually already awake because I have some wedding prep stuff to do, but I guess I have some time.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for squeezing me into your busy schedule. But you see, the thing is that I'm afraid that your brother and I will have to skip out on going to your wedding.
Wait a second, you're not going to be coming to the wedding today?
That's right. Not myself or your brother or any of our kids either. We've decided that none of us are going to go to your lousy wedding.
Oh, I see.
That's right. So anyways, just wanted to let you know that. Hope you have a lovely day.
Hold on just 1 second, though. I guess I'm a little confused by this. About you not attending my wedding, I mean.
Aw, what's the matter? Are you upset that your brother and his family aren't going to be there for your big special day? Well, if you're looking for anyone to blame for that, I suggest you start by looking in a mirror. Besides, it would be a waste of time to go to a wedding for someone like you, so that's why we all decided that we would, in fact, not be going to your wedding after all.
And just what do you mean by it would be a waste of time?
I mean, it would be too much of a hassle to move our whole family over to where your wedding is happening, so we're not even going to bother. After all, you're only having a ceremony, right? So it's not like there's even going to be any good food or anything like that at all. In the end, it would be just a waste of our time and money if we ended up going.
I see. So you think going to my wedding at all would just be a waste for you?
Of course! I mean, just think about it. Even if we did show up for your wedding, we wouldn't even bother bringing gifts, so I figured we could save everyone the hassle. But I guess this is just what you get for getting married so late after all. Anyways, I'm sure that you have so many things still left to get ready. But like I said, just don't expect anything from us at all. Got it?
I see. Well, thank you so much for letting me know about this, Hillary.
Surely you can understand how much of a bother it would be to move my husband and our 5 kids. It would be far too difficult to justify going out to your wedding. But anyways, I sure do hope that you have a really special and fun day. After all, you've been waiting for this wedding for such a long time. I just hope that you don't think badly of us for missing it.
Oh, no, please, don't worry about that. I really don't think badly about you all for missing the wedding at all.
Well, isn't that just grand to hear? But anyways, it's like I said, it would be just a waste of everyone's time if we showed up to your wedding, so you go ahead and have a fun day, I guess.
I mean, I don't really think bad of you for not coming since you all were never invited in the first place.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
I mean that it's fine if you don't show up. I mean, that's kind of what I had planned to begin with. But thanks for confirming with me so early in the day. I really appreciate it.
Hold on a second. What in the world are you talking about right now?
Sorry, I actually have to go and sit for my makeup now, but we can talk about this later.
We will talk about it right now! I want to know what you mean by that. What do you mean we weren't even invited to begin with? That doesn't make sense!
I don't know how else to word it except that you all weren't invited. I didn't send you invitations. You weren't invited to my wedding. It's as simple as that.
But, this doesn't make any sense at all!
Well, you weren't even going to show up to my wedding anyways, right? So I'm not really sure what the big deal is now. But I know that you were going to do something like this anyways, and it's a good thing I thought ahead. Anyways, I really have to go now.
Now you just hold it right there, Cindy. The result might be the same, but this is a completely different situation than I thought. I mean, I thought we were invited and that I was canceling on you at the very last minute. This is completely different now that I know that we were never invited to begin with.
Oh, really? Is it really all that different?
Of course it is! I mean, why in the world wouldn't you invite your brother and his family to your own wedding? Although now I think about it, we never did get an invitation. But we're all family, so you had better explain yourself to me right now! I thought that we were invited to this thing.
Well, yes, I did invite some relatives and friends to my wedding. But I only invited the people that I wanted to be there. Do you understand now? I didn't want you to come to the wedding because I knew that you'd pull something like this or cause some other kind of scene if you did come.
Cause some kind of scene? And just what in the world is that supposed to mean, huh? You had better explain yourself.
Look, we're having our wedding at a rather nice venue, and I just didn't want you embarrassing yourselves here is all.
Embarrassing ourselves? You have really got some nerve!
Well, I just know how rowdy you two get. I mean, remember at New Year's? That was a disaster. And your kids, I mean, it was like they hadn't been taught any manners at all. They were kicking and hitting each other and couldn't sit still for a single second. I even had food thrown at me from the food fight that your kids decided to start amongst themselves. So, yeah, we were never going to invite you to our wedding to begin with, honestly.
Oh, come on! Kids are always like that! You can't blame them just for acting that way! Besides, you don't even have kids, so you have no idea what you're talking about at all!
I might not have kids, but I have had little cousins and friends who have kids by this point, and so I know that the way your kids behave is not normal at all, and you don't do anything to try and fix their behavior. So basically, your kids are just as poorly behaved as you are.
Excuse me? How dare you say that to me?
I'm sorry you don't like to hear it, but everyone thinks that about you. It's just my other friends, but even our relatives talk about how annoying you all are. Why do you think you're hardly invited to family gatherings anymore?
And just how would your friends know anything about my family or kids, huh? What's going on here?
Well, some of my friends send their kids to the same school that your kids go to.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
That's right. I have some friends who live in the same neighborhood as you, actually, and they all have some serious horror stories about you and your family. I honestly don't know how the school stands having your kids go there, but I know that they have their hands full dealing with them.
Hey, that's not fair! I'll have you know that Steve and I really care about how we raise our children, and we put lots of effort into it! It's just that lately, maybe things have gotten a little more difficult as the kids get older, but I know that they'll calm down soon enough.
Are you really sure that the two of you are doing enough? Because it seems to me like they hardly listen to either of you. Instead, it seems like they just always go off and do whatever they want. And I have to say that I hardly ever see you two do anything that looks like parenting. But anyways, that's the reason why you weren't invited to our wedding.
But, I mean, don't you think it's so mean not to invite your own brother and his wife to your wedding? You're totally making us feel left out right now. It's not fair.
Again, I really fail to see the issue here. I mean, you were the one saying that coming to our wedding was a waste of your time and money, right? So I really don't get why you're so upset about this all of a sudden. But anyways, I really do have to get going, so I'm going to stop talking to you now.
Hey, Cindy, are you there? You really are so mean, do you know that? I mean, really, what is the matter with you?
Steve, do you mind? The wedding is just about to start. I really don't have time for this. Can't we just talk about this later?
What do you mean the wedding's just about to start? I thought that you already had your wedding, didn't ya? Everyone's saying that you're all busy eating right now, so which is it?
Yes, it is true that we're eating right now, but look, I really shouldn't be texting during any of this.
No! You and I are gonna have a little chat about this! I mean, really, I'm your brother and you've really insulted me with your behavior!
Well, I'm sorry you're upset, but I think that you only have yourself to blame for all of this.
But, I mean, why didn't you ask our kids to participate in your wedding? I know that in the end I said that I wasn't gonna go anyway, but now my kids are upset because they really wish that they could have had some kind of role there.
Oh, I see. Are we still talking about this? If you really want to know, I went to a friend and asked her kids to participate. I thought I already told you that I had no intention of asking anything from you. We already discussed this.
Do you think this is some kind of game? So are you telling me that you paid this friend of yours $2,000 to have their kids stand in for your wedding? Why wouldn't you just pay that money to your family? I told you that I would have thrown in the other kids for free, didn't I?
What in the world are you even talking about? I didn't pay anyone to have their kid join our wedding. All I did was prepare a little thank you gift for them is all.
But, I mean, you still should have come to family first. Isn't that just common sense? And it's only $2,000. I really don't understand how you can be so cheap over something like this.
I didn't not want to ask you because I didn't want to spend the money, Steve.
Well, I thought you said that you were only going to be having a ceremony, so why is it that you're all eating right now, huh?
I meant that we weren't going to have some giant banquet, but I wasn't just not going to feed everyone who came here. It's nothing fancy, but it's enough to tide everyone over.
Well, we should be there getting some of that free food. I want you to set up a table for us right this second.
Hold on a second. Are you telling me that you're going to be coming here right now?
I'm the brother of the bride. Of course I'm going to be going to your wedding. If anything, you should have invited me in the first place.
But you said that you weren't even going to come in the first place, right? You said it would be a waste of time and money, remember?
I've had enough talking. My family is gonna be there whether you like it or not.
There really isn't any space for you here at all, and don't think that I'll let you all in.
We'll see about that.
After that, it was another 30 or so minutes before Steve, Hillary, and their 5 children arrived at the small venue where the wedding was happening. Apparently, Steve had misled one of our relatives into revealing where the wedding was happening. I had already warned the venue staff of their plan, however, and they were barred from setting even a single foot inside. Instead, all 7 of them threw a big fit outside. I apologized profusely to my husband's parents, but they had already been thoroughly warned of the kind of people Steve and Hillary were. In the end, the 7 of them only embarrassed themselves as my dad finally got up and stepped outside to put them all in their place. He threatened to disinherit Steve if they all didn't turn around and go home right then and there. After the wedding, my husband and I decided to move far away where we wouldn't be bothered by my brother and his family ever again. Of course, I do hope that one day the whole family is able to change for the better, but I'm certainly not going to make that my problem.